Hey, I'm not sure if I'm live. Let me check. I always wait down to the wire to get ready. So I'm just going to check my Facebook to see if I'm live. If you do see this, leave a comment. Um, Say hi. Let me know that you see me. I'm hoping I'm not live on my personal page. I'm not sure if I'm live. Let me check. Am I live in the Facebook group? Can you say hi if you're seeing this? Yeah, okay. I'm live in the Facebook group. Hey, hello. Can you say hi? Let me know you can see me. Let me know you can hear me. And just give me a second to set up, please, because I'm always like, y'all, I've been so tired. Say hi. Let me know you are here. I'm not going to start till you say hi. So say hi. Hello. It's been a while since I've been live in the group. Hey, hi. So if you are familiar with StreamYard, you your name will appear if you've given it permission before. If not, your comment just looks like this. So hello. I'm just gonna give like another minute or two um, just to get everything ready. I'm excited. Tell me what's going on. Where are you from? How you feeling? Okay, I think I am. Hold on, y'all. This is not the presentation. Gotta just pull up the right presentation. Here it is. Okay. Here we go. Say hi. I don't see your names. Thanks for bearing with me while I just. Darn it. Orlando, Florida. Nice. How's the weather? I'm going to get to Florida next month. I'm glad that you guys are making it. Make your way on in. It just give me a second because. Okay, here it is. I have a lot of tabs open. Okay. All right, so I'm going to get into it. Are you excited to hear what I have to say? Let me know. I'm excited to share with you. Nice. Not too hot, not too cold. Okay. It is trying to warm up here. All right. So I'm going to just make sure everything is visually comes up on your end. Okay. All right. Miss Jessica, Precious from Mississippi. Hey, Precious. How you doing? I think you're already a part of the family. So welcome back. And I'm glad you're here. Excited to share the updates and the new revamped platform. So just a heads up, though, that we are dripping out a lot of the content. So a lot of it will be available and a lot of it will be available down the line. So I'll explain all that to you and let you know, answer any questions that you may have, let you know what's new and what's different. There's some changes that have happened, some restructuring that's happened with how the course is formatted. Okay, so for those who don't know, I'm Jessica, and I am founder of Microloc Mastery. And Microloc Mastery is an online training and certification program to help you grow, learn, and master your techniques with Microlocs, and using those techniques to either do services for yourself, enhance your skills, or support people in creating and enhancing business. And so there are a lot of success stories of people who are joined and for different reasons, some just to learn how to do their hair, some opened up businesses and are doing really well. So I just want to make sure that information is out and accessible in any format for people to have the hair that they desire. I have my own life changing story with my locks, and I really appreciate having that journey. And I want other people to be able to have that as well. So let's begin. Okay, so this session I'm going to do today is for people who are interested in enrolling for the first time and for those already enrolled and want updates. So there's a lot of information for this information relevant for everyone because this is all, some of it will be brand new. And I just had a picture of one of our graduates, Janicia. So as I was mentioning earlier, this program is a self-based online training course. As we're doing this relaunch, it is going to be dripped out. It is going to be, your pace will be regulated a bit as we are onboarding new people, but in general, your access, once it's available, you can take your time, you can pace yourself through it. And it came out of my original Microloc branded trainings. I started training people in 2009, and it was under Naturally Beautiful Hair Care, which is still my main business. But I just started to just fine tune right down to Microlocs, and that became the overwhelming service and branding that I've been doing since then. So this program helps individuals learn and master professional level, industry proven Microloc techniques. So I'm not just talking about any technique that you can find, but ones that have been tried, tested, and proven over hundreds of heads of different textures. And you can, progress can be seen over a long length of time. And also we can see what problems occur and best practices have been able to be developed over these techniques. So put it all together and put it in this Microloc Mastery certification. So there are also professional support opportunities for those who want to grow with this, who want to grow their portfolio, to get training, to get paid opportunities. Always I'm reaching out to the members and through our platforms and trainings. There's a big marketing piece to this as well. It took me many years to develop, but I'm still working and still evolving it. But you have a directory that's accessible worldwide and it really helps funnel traffic to people as a part of this program. So we are a community of positive, motivated, and driven individuals who have a goal of mastering our skills and empowering ourselves and each other. Positivity reigns supreme over here. And I'm really big on, that's one of the things that I really wanted to do differently as well. I like filling voids in the industry, enhance and give options where there needs to be options. All right, just a couple of our people who've been trained, some of our clients as well. So these are some of the additional courses. So in addition to like our main training program, we still have the self-retightening course, and that will be the new revamped version will be available the 21st, which is Monday. We have a business builder now. So we have an essentials course, and then we have the business builder program, and that includes, I'll go into what it includes in the next slide. We have affiliate training. So that's a free program, and that's actually headed by our outstanding affiliate manager, Amira. She's doing an excellent job. She's she's trainings she's putting together and opportunities to, for free, have people earn income and just boost their platforms as well as let people know about our training and our our program and how it really can help people who are in this niche. And then my heart, my baby, Microloc extensions. Again, I said in 2009, it was no options. I started creating Microloc extensions. The techniques that I started with are not the techniques that I use now. I've spent all those years fine tuning and evolving so that they stay long term. And my first client was in 2009, full head, and she still has her locks today, and it's all her hair now. But to say that one of my first extension clients, and I also did some other rehab work, that she still has her locks is outstanding after 13 years, when we're on the 13th year. So I'm really proud of that. That's something that is going to be exclusive. I'm going to say that right now. And it is prioritized for those who are in the program. I want to make sure, this is, I'm just excited about that. So that's something that's releasing. So again, to reiterate, what's new is that Microloc Mastery's extension training, the business builder program, their peer coaching, member instruction. So peer coaching, I want to further develop that. So most of the people that come into the program have some type of skills that can be beneficial, right? Some people are full-blown cosmetologists, have salons, are thriving and want to add this. Some people are novice, they want to learn, and some people are somewhere in between. And I feel like I want an opportunity for us to support each other using our own gifts and talents. And there's also paid opportunities. So we've reached out to our members and our certified pros. Some of y'all need to respond to your emails, because we reached out and we're very interested in having you come on board for paid instruction opportunities. Again, I want to make sure I want to give as many opportunities as possible. And then the one-on-one coaching. So in the previous course, we had the bonus, we had a bonus session, 30-minute session, but the coaching will be set up similar, but a little different. So you have an opportunity to have the one-on-one coaching as you need. And also we have our group coaching, and that'll be, the platform will have it separated out, but it'll be more clear when you get on. Hey, your credit card on hands. Oh, okay. So today, we actually launched these core products to the wait list 2 weeks ago, and we started bringing on board those. We had exclusive opportunity for those on the wait list. So I want to welcome those people, and most of your supplies, if not all, have been shipped out to you, and your sections are being unlocked. Additional sections unlocked today. The business builder is unlocking today. So this is kind of dated, but today, to the main public, we are launching the Microloc Mastery's Essentials training, the Microloc Mastery Business Builder training, and the individual coaching program. So what is in the Microloc Mastery Essentials training? This is essential. This is your core, the foundation. And that includes, an introduction. We go over the Microloc Mastery method. We go over lock overviews, lock tools, installation, retightening, repair and grooming, completing your mannequin and getting that assessed, do's and don'ts. It's all kind of in throughout the course, but then we have a devoted section that, if you guys are familiar, when I do Tip Tuesdays and I touch on topics, but we can go further into those topics and more. So hopefully it'll be a lot of resources and a lot more information. The assessment phase, and then the certification, that process. So that is the main training. And I broke that apart from the business because some people want to just know how to do the service. They're not really focused on creating a business. How can we get in the classes I missed on the waiting list? Okay, so I'm gonna explain as I go through this. I think I'll clear up your question. What was I saying? So some people didn't want the business support, but what I did was I broke out the business support and I beefed it up. And I did a lot of work adding some stuff to it today. So I'm like, whoa, it is chock full of documents. So let's go see what it's full of. Let's see what's in it. It has an intro, and then we go into consultation. So consultations are in the business builder. So if you're interested in learning how to do that as a pro, then that's going to be in here. And that has all the documents. the checklist, the scripts, the service policy template you can use right away. The photo consent releases, the how to client profile documents, a lot of documents that you can find helpful right away to use. And you can brand it with your business, and it's been reviewed by, it's actually been legally reviewed by an attorney. A dear client of mine many years ago when I was starting my business, she was so kind to help me with my documents. And gosh, I started it, 2009. And she went over. So I've revised some of those. And again, they're just starting points for people. We go over streamlining your business. And what that includes is, man, it's advertising, it's scheduling, it has links to different resources, right, built in. And I just want to pull out what what I was actually, here it is. So this section, it delves into your goals, and we also discuss key points to client attraction and retention, booking, customer service, advertising, and more. In the consultation, we talk about hair length and pricing. I wanted to mention that as well. And so I show you how to determine your pricing when you take, for specific lengths, and how that process goes, and how you can price. Then lastly, we discuss the Microloc Mastery certification and licensing use. So that is something that's also new. Well, the certification program always was, but it's now a license program so I don't want to get confused with cosmetology licensing. As far as having the Microloc Mastery certified, you have all these perks that includes the directory listing, that includes, it's a bunch of things in that program. So we discussed that in the business builder, and those, if you want certification in this way, then this is you want to go get the business builder. You also have certification through the other essentials program, but it won't have, this connects you better if you want to build a business. Okay, so the coaching is individual, one-on-one, and like I said, group coaching. Group coaching had been done on a regular basis in our old platform. It was up to 4 times. So we did Sundays, every other Sunday, but I'm reformatting that, and it's going to include a lot more of the certified pros instructing, who have extensive backgrounds in cosmetology in specific areas. These are real pros that are from our program, from our community. And so we'll be able to go into topics that you feel are more relevant. Surveys have gone out to the members. So I don't know if you guys have gotten them, but it was really asking you to select the topics that are most interesting in you, so that we can create a more informative type of coaching experience for you. So that is revamped. Okay, so in general, the essentials program, and then if you bundle it together with the business program, you'll get these things. You'll get the Microloc Mastery exclusive hair tool. It is our own tool. You get supplies, 24/7 access. So the platform you can get and access at any time. Individual and group coaching. Private members only Facebook group. We have plans to really move that, get that going more. But that space had historically been where when I was doing clients, I would go live and share specific, techniques for repair, like just like different things. And I felt that members found it useful. But now we are there's plans for it to be even more. Some people share their own experiences in the program or with clients. So I really want to make that a nice private space for us where we can talk about technique and things. The regular group, the public group, it's still private. The big group is still private, but it's not members only. It's people who want to be a part of a Facebook group who may or may not be in the program. But this is a separate private group. Templates, handouts, workbooks, worksheets, ebooks, all of this is in the course. Microloc Mastery certificate of completion, and a directory listing, 1 year free if you're in the business bundle. You can decide if you're in the essentials program down the line that you would like to have some of these perks that the business bundle might have. It's absolutely open to you. And additional perks, discounts, ongoing training opportunities. This is an ever evolving program, always enhanced and constantly. So if there's a need, something that needs to be included, something that needs to be fixed, we go ahead and get it done. So you'll have access to new developments, just as the group that was in the old platform are all brought over to this one, free of charge. They were already enrolled and they still have access to the old platform. So they got emails with login details and now you have access. So that happens when people, when you're in this program and things evolve and get better, you actually just get brought right on board. The only exception is if I'm adding like another, like the extensions training or something that's completely like an add-on that's, then there'd be additional like training costs. But so I know, let's get down to the real deal. Okay, so this is the original. This is the pricing. This stay to the end. It's a surprise that the Microloc Mastery Essentials training, and I'm throwing in bonus free coaching one-on-one, which is now in the program for like $99, $100 or something. That's going to be thrown in for free. And so that's the training. That's if you get the essentials, and the coaching is $15.99. Then again, it includes everything. Oh, and I tell you, I ship the supplies to you. So I shop your supplies, I package it up in the bag, and then I give you gifts. So the people are signed up 2 weeks ago, they're going to expect to get a big box, and it's going to have everything in it for you to get started, just little treats and stuff. And I cover. So that's the price includes shipping. The only exception is if you are out of the US, you'll have an additional shipping cost. And that is, you can calculate that on your own before you even join the program, right on the checkout page. You can click the link and say, let me see, before I make this commitment, that I can afford the shipping, because now it's crazy. So shipping prices and things are a lot higher. If on its own, the Microloc Mastery Business Builder on its own is $4.99. And that's so if you want to add that on separately. But if you want to do it together, you get a bundle. So it's both of those. It's the Essentials program, and then you'll see on your dashboard the Business Builder program discount together. So you actually save a lot. You save a few $100s if you just get it together at the same time. But of course, I'm giving a bonus offer. I'm taking off some money for the next 24 hours. Well, let's just say until the end of tomorrow. Taking off $100, and then I'm adding a free one-on-one personalized coaching session, which is $100 value to the bundle, because I just want people who really wanted to be a part and were waiting for me to open up the cart to have a little bit of a price break and get a little bit more for those who are ready now. And so I'll tell you what coupon code. So what you do is you're going to go to microlocmastery.com. You're going to see see our site, and then it says available courses. I'll just double check, but you should be able to just click on it and enroll through the different programs. I'll also post it to the group, so the direct link to the different packages, so you don't have to go around the site. And I'll post the coupon code. Oh, you guys got nice little comments. Thanks. All right, so I do want to say, okay, so that's the code that you would enter if you want to take it now. I'll post it again in the group. It's MM100BBB. That ends after tomorrow. That gives you the $100 off, and it gets you, by tomorrow, when you purchase, you're going to automatically get the, what do you call it? The coaching. It'll go in, you'll see it. You'll get an email and it says, here's your offer, additional, one-on-one 30-minute coaching. So that'll happen automatically, only for the 24 hours. So I'm sorry, my cat is here. So I don't want to say refund policy. Um, there are no refunds, but I'd hope that you wouldn't want one, but want you to be certain that you, now, obviously, if there's something that is like egregious on my end, then that's different. But I want you to be certain that you want to join before you pay. And so make sure you can research it a little bit until you feel comfortable. But I just wanted to put that out there up front. So the site is microlocmastery.com. Aw, thank you for your comment. She said, well done. You really do lots of work to put this all together just to look simple. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a little sleep deprived if I'm talking kind of fast. And um, I've been working on this. That's for the past few months. But I wanted to make a much higher quality program. And again, I'm always trying to find ways to improve it because I think like, what would I want to pay for with experience? And so if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask them now. If you want me to show you anything, I didn't have any other slides to show you as far as this, but I'll put the promo code up for you if you want to. Hold on, y'all. If you want to take advantage of it. It's just my mouse is not. There we go. No, that's not it. There we go. Okay, so you're very excited to get the training, but you're waiting for a while. Okay, no problem. I understand. Let's see what else I wanted to mention about the program. It pretty much sums it up. Do you have any specific questions to ask me? While you do that, I'm just gonna let my cat. She's so rude. Sorry, y'all. Go ahead. Lord. Okay. All right. Yeah, so I don't have any questions. Thank you for the compliments. That was really what I wanted to show you. I do with the what I wanted to say about the business builder. There's a lot of links to different like platforms and resources in there. What program would be good for me? Microlink or Microloc? You said, what if you're already doing Microlink? What program? So, well, this is how I feel about my program and techniques. There's people who have I think more than half of the people actually have gone through like sister lock training. And I always say this, I'm coming out to my work is to complement and add and enhance, is not to compete, take away, be unnecessarily divisive. It is addressing things that I right from the start of my work in this like niche, I realized I wanted more, freedom, more options, whatever. So I went and created different things. And so I always felt like people can coexist and do things. Some people, although they may be practicing and doing that in their business, still want to invest. And a lot of the rationale is because in this training, is because they want to learn, how do you say, I want to learn from starting fresh, a new technique, that, like, I guess they see results or the information, something about the program they want to go in and with a clean slate. So if you are already doing something, and I'm not saying, I can't say the level of skill or quality, I can't speak on that, but I'm gonna tell you what I've seen. Sometimes I can see where maybe the foundations that like things that people have learned to do, or they may have problems with certain things. It started right in the foundation. It's phases, like the train, like what they were doing at the very beginning or not doing, or did they have sufficient like repair knowledge? Hold on, okay. You guys are asking me questions. Yes, Michael. Once the training is purchased, is access to the program a lifetime? Yes, lifetime access. And so you are saying, with Microloc. So I went on a little rant early on my page because whatever. I'm not going to address that right now. But when at the tail end of 2008, I was like, I liked micro braids. So I was just like, oh, Nicole and Microlocs. And I had started at that time looking and combing the internet. I worked with an attorney and I was like, oh, this is a new concept. And so from the beginning, I already had a vision in mind that there would be this specific standard in creating Microlocs. And then long story short, having a baby, going away from YouTube, whatever, I came back and saw all these different explanations of what microlocks are and all these different things. And some of the information was kind of cringing. I was like, okay, well, you can define whatever, but it was just like, that's not, you know, those techniques aren't going to it was just a lot of different information. So I still always keep to that original standard that I had when when I was coming up with this concept and shipping, working with Nappy Lock and all these different things at that time, really spreading microlocks around. So I always feel like it is good to get a training in something that's been out for so long. Like I'm not new to this. I'm not someone who just started or was a DIY. I literally invested $2,500 in getting trained by someone I looked up to who was a former sister loctician. I really appreciate Sister Lock Brand for really putting me on to small locks, and I just really respect. But I also didn't go that route because I wanted to do what I'm offering others. I wanted you to be able to, you can learn on this tool, but you're not going to be restricted. I'm not going to sue you for not using my tool. I'm not going to say, I teach in a specific method and I really push that that's going to give, I think, some of the best results. But if people can do what they choose to, and it really is about freedom and feeling empowered with information so that you can make better choices and that you can have the results that you really want. So that's what the other question someone said about if they already do it. And we do have graduates that said that they were providing microlocks as a business, and then they came through my program and then they got the certificate and then they formalized some type of training with it and backing certification. Would you recommend one to get both, your certification, the Sister Lock certification? Sure. How would you best decide which one to use? So, so let's say way back 11 years ago, maybe people maybe didn't want to be confined to, they wanted to use a different tool or a different kind of system. That's usually how a lot of people started to branch out into doing microlocks because they didn't want to have legal repercussions for misrepresenting sister locks. I'm just going to be honest. And so I don't know if anything's changed, but that was really a big deal years ago. So people then simultaneously had both. And then sometimes they would just go over to microlocks, but they were still having the sister lock certification, and they would just, so I say, the more education, the better. And again, you can even ask people already in my program that have sister lock certification how they're using it. So some go back and forth between it. Some, because there may be clients that want sister locks, and they should, they can get that from a sister lock certified pro. So I've always upheld that I wasn't trained in that system, and I'll tell everybody who's trained with me, we're not going to misrepresent. I never actually even had to say sister locks ever in my advertisement, because I felt like I had a really solid foundation in skills and another alternative that I used to grow my business. And so just being honest and doing what you feel is best in that situation, what you feel is best for the client, for your business, for yourself, and just honor that. And so if you are in a program or a certification program where you are restricted or limited by, legal obligation to use certain things in order to say it, then you should do that. So that I do advise people to just operate with, ethically and respect whatever program you're in. And so that's kind of how you can start with your advertising of what services you are doing. sometimes people know which one they want, and you can take that as the lead. I'm going to be real with you. Either you can, these both of these trainings are standalone now, to the point where Microloc is, it can be a thriving business on its own, and Sister Locks can be a thriving business on its own, or you can combine them and have more. It's up to you. Okay, I spent a long time in that answer. Oh, wait, there's a couple questions before this one. I'm not a cosmetologist, but would like to start a business doing Microlocs. Would the business builder be helpful? Extremely helpful. Extremely helpful when you get into Microloc Mastery certified, and that, so that's actually, I'll explain that. This is more licensed use of that. There's a lot of things that are being developed to really enhance the professionals even more. So I think somebody had asked, the business builder would be awesome, because then you'll have like the solid certification program and everything that comes with it. Will your program eventually gain licensure? It is in the work. Everything's in the works all the time, because we're online based. So at the very start of this, that's exactly what I went to do. And being based out of New York, I started with the New York board. Because we're online, regulations are different and the process is different. Now, it may evolve now because of the booming online. A lot of businesses that weren't online moved to online. Even in my other profession as a therapist, everything's changed now with the way that services are provided online. So that also changed some of the law. So just stay posted on that. I'll let you know, though. We're doing as much as we can to make sure in every single way that you have what you need and you have an advantage and you have as many opportunities as possible legitimately through this program. So I'll this group will be the first to know when those leaps are made and when there's more benefits for you in the program. And again, the person that said they're not a cosmetologist, you don't need to be a cosmetologist, but always check your state board regarding the services that you, I'm trying to show it. The services that you provide in your space. You don't want to do things you're not legally cleared to do. And this service was able to be done in the way it was because we are using natural, we're not adding chemicals, we're not doing those type of processing. We're just dealing with natural hair, but you still want to check how you're operating. If you're operating in a commercial space, you're going to have different regulations and things about what you can do. So always check with that. And I will also support that work in the business builder. So we will work together everyone's from different states. So I can't say exactly what your process would be. How do you explain to a client who thinks the same? She's lost mine. I mean, this was such a thing a long time ago, and I just stopped focusing on that. And this is what I say, because I don't like the things to get too confusing or start to get competitive or negative. I'm results driven. So I tell people, what results would you like? If you see my hair or someone else's hair and they don't have official sister locks, is that going to make you say you don't want it? Or do you want, so as far as saying they're not the same. I'm not a sister loctician. I don't even know how to use their tool, but I have small interwoven locks that I've had for 14 years, almost 14 years. No, it is 14, maybe 14 years in January. So no, they're not, they look similar, but they're not the same. I didn't go through the same program, and they have certain things that they legally protected. And if we want to get really technical, we can't, then you break it down really technical. The term microlocs is different. It's not regulated the same in the market. It's being used all different ways. So there can be any definition for it. Somebody could call sister locks microlocs because they say, well, they're using the generic term. So, but I don't get into that as much as if you're doing official sister locks, honor that. And if you're doing, let's say, Microloc Mastery method, you're Microloc Mastery certified, then we can be clear about what expectation and standard. If you're doing something else, I can't speak on that standard because I didn't train and I don't know. But I'm very clear in my training, what the standard is. It doesn't go back and forth. It's very clear and it's been consistent from the start. if you're a hair professional, do you need microcystic? So I always encourage my people to get certified in my method for if they're doing the skills I train them on. And I'm sure Sisterlocks has their specific regulations. Obviously, you want to check with them and make sure that you abide by their standards if you're in their program or if you're claiming to be. Obviously, no one can say they're Microloc Mastery certified that hasn't gone through the program and got the certification. But what's attached to that certification, we want that to be the standard. Like, you will know that you'll have a certain level of standard education, knowledge, etc. So certification in our methods and through our program would ensure that. I always say standards. I would like to know, if I was a client and someone said they did something, I want to know, like, what exactly, like, are they doing at a level that I would be happy with or not? How is their skill? Like, has there been any checks? Anyone that's like checked their work and quality, and held it to a standard and made sure that those standards were met and made sure that it's operating in that way. And so if that's important to someone, then I would suggest that they do, go to someone that's going through a formal certification program or training. And obviously I'm biased to mine because this is my program. So I'm always consistent about those standards. And I even share, like, through the assessment process, the certification process is clear right there before people even submit what the standards are. It's basically everything we've gone through in the training, but you have to meet, so just in general, there's standards for how the parting is, or standards for the technique used, a standard for how the locks, how strong they are, how they look. So you can't say that if someone, for sure, if someone hasn't gone through any type of program and they're just like freestyling it. And I get fired because I've seen a lot of people through the years, increasingly since like the DIY YouTube has grown, people have come in with all types of like problems with their hair. And I never had seen it before YouTube exploded, because I started when YouTube was either not existing or very brand new. And so it wasn't a whole lot of like people trying to do this on their own. And then that's not just blaming YouTube, but I just think like information goes around that's not always tried and true best practice in the market, with people who have the results long term. And so that's when people are starting to see problems. So I think certification is extremely important, and whatever you do, that there's some regulation. Okay. Oh, you guys got a lot of questions. Is the business builder and essentials training bundled on the website? It should be. It should be there. So what I'm going to do is, because I'm using StreamYard, I can't like post to the comments directly. So I will just post it to the group. I'll post a direct link for you so you can see, like, okay, this is the bundle link. This will take me to because I'm not sure. I know that the essentials is clear on the site. Excuse me. But I'm not sure if you see the bundle. The bundle should pop up though. Yeah. But I'll put everything in the group just in case. Okay, thank you for those answers. You're welcome. Yeah, it was good. I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I'm willing to learn your way, even if I'm doing I want the certification thing. Oh, you're welcome. And thank you for, coming. I always thank people for trusting me with educating them and like giving them opportunity to have them go through my program. And it's a mutual thing, because you also bring a wealth of knowledge as well as with your skills you've learned. And so I think it's just, like I said, there'll be a lot of opportunities too for those who have like cosmetologist licenses. A lot of you do in the program, to be able to build up your training experience and share a lot. But yeah, a lot of people have found this, even with all the cosmetologists, the natural hair, they've come through the program and still found a huge benefit. So I think the more knowledge is power. So I think someone's speaking on Sisterlocks. They're being trademarked, and if one has not gone through the program right, you can't advertise. I'm a licensed professional, so you can do any technique, but not misrepresent. I was formally trained in their methods, right? Absolutely. So that's why I've always, as a human being that wants to, respect other people's businesses, I've never like, I remember people in the trade shows and the hair shows, they were like, "That's the Microloc lady." That's they were like, "What's Microloc?" Like this is back in the day. So I have a page called the Microloc lady because people kept calling me that when they saw me. But it's like I was just clear from the beginning. I was like, "I'm not Sister Locks," and then I was said I always want to respect them, but I'll leave. Let me be quiet. Yes, you don't want to misrepresent yourself. You're on the website, you don't see it. Oh, shoot. Okay. Um, like I said, you all should be in the group. I'm going to post that link, and also you get an email too. I know we said we're gonna send you the replay. We'll send you the links in the email. Okay, so I'm happy you found me too. I can't see your names. um, what are your thoughts on using products with your technique? Yeah, we talk about that. We talk about it. I actually recorded, and I was really clear about we don't use product. We don't. I say that in the free trainings. You don't need any product ever, 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 ever. And the best locks. You know, I've had experience with clients, the ones that don't do like anything. They like, wash it when they can. Like you should always keep your hair clean and things like that. But they're not overdoing anything and they don't put a lot of product. And I think so I'm gonna speak on this real quick. So especially unnatural products, I think when you use a lot of things that have parabens and petroleum and all these different things, that this is skin and it's an organ, and I think that it disrupts the natural process of how your scalp releases its natural oils and how it responds. And it's got, for instance, like your lips are fine. Let's say when you lick your lips a lot, all of a sudden it's a problem. Or when you're putting a lot of stuff on, you break out with bumps. But if you leave your lips alone long enough, they will just be fine. That's hard. I don't know if I can explain it. So um I'm not a big proponent of overuse of products, period, but especially not with this. And this is one of the things I had to actually give away a lot of product, mostly all my products when I went this route. And it was a little hard for me because I was so conditioned to be, you know, attached to products for results. This is such a beautiful way to allow your hair and your scalp and everything to get back in balance. It's extremely healthy for your hair, especially when it's done well, and especially when you reduce the product use of products, but also in the locking technique. I speak on that as well. It'll potentially interrupt, become embedded, make the hair not matte. This is matted hair, even as small as they are. If I keep coating it and doing all that stuff, it could prevent it from locking properly. It can make it hard. And so it can make it white. I saw someone with white, like way back in the day. She didn't know what to do. And she came to me and her hair was white. She said she wasn't instructed on not using products. So she was putting mousse and everything in her hair. So I've seen terrible results. So we don't even do it. It's a long answer. I give long answers. um, Seven Heaven from Florida. Oh, hey, your name looks familiar. I think I saw your name. You must have just joined the group, I think. Do you go over hydration, product upkeep, shampoo, conditioning method, and the training? Yes. So we are adding that. So in the former training, I would give this information out like in my free trainings or like the tips, but I didn't really have it formally in the course as much as it should have been. It was, we had the instructions. So this is in the new course, the breakdown of all that. So upkeep, shampoo, that'll be in the do's and don'ts in the maintenance modules as well. You learn the technique and you learn how to care for it as well. Will you offer later in the near future styling training? Oh, that's something I wanted to ask. So I'm honest with, well, my nose is running. I am a simple styling person. I will outsource that. I know there are some fabulous stylists that style locks really well, and I'm always honest. I stay within my lane. My lane is the curls, like the simple. Well, they may not be simple, but to me, that's my thing, and I always stay true to that. So I could teach on those simple, like what I think most people can do, But when you get with the technical stuff, that would be outsourcing that. I absolutely want to offer that by pros. Then I have friends and other professionals, colleagues that are stellar in what they do. And so just stay tuned because that is something that's being worked on. And again, anything that's added once you're in here, if that those courses are added, that support's added, you would have access to that as it's added. Okay, so oh, welcome. I don't know your names. I don't think anybody's name showed up in any of the comments. You guys are not on StreamYard. You I think, how do you give it permission? I don't know. Can't post comments to Facebook. Okay, I can't even post comments to the group from here. Okay. So yeah, so any more questions? Because I'm getting ready to wrap it up. My daughter will be walking in the door at the babysitter and it'll be like chaos in here. So these are really good questions. And if you have any more questions, you can also the group, or you can email. I think it's info@microlocmastery.com. Will you be offering training how to create lock extensions and applications and promotions? What's applications and promotions? But yeah, we have the lock extension training coming out, but I don't know what applications and promotions mean. But yeah, the first part. Hello, I'm Jeanette from Detroit. Hi, Jeanette. Nice to meet you. But yeah, that's the scoop. That's the latest. If you have any more questions, info@microlocmastery.com, or the Facebook group, or I think that's the main thing. Or you can respond to the emails you get if you're on the email list as well, unless you got yourself off the email list. You should get back on it because a lot of information is going to go out through email. You can respond right to those emails and we'll get it as well if you ever lose the information. And so this officially opens up the cart with the promo. The promo code will work now. It will stop working after tomorrow for $100. Also, I'll just recap as we get ready to close. What special promotions? I always want to give something special when I like. Hold on a second, y'all. All right. Okay, so that's for the bundle. That's the promotion. You have all three. So it's like 3 programs in one, not just the business and the essentials, but also the one-on-one, a coaching session as well for free in the bundle. So I see your question here. You said applying the locks to the clients here, how to make them on our own, and how to add them to service lists. Service lists, yeah. This is a big thing for me, y'all. But I already saw the market. I saw the trend. I was like, oh no. And some of you already know that I own the Microloc extensions domain. I own a lot of Microloc domains, websites that come, So I'm gonna be changing up that domain to include how to get into the trainings when that training opens. Right now, it's selling my own, but I definitely wanted to do this. Like, I'm feeling some type of way about just I've seen, I don't know what I've seen with extensions. Even on my YouTube, I talk about extensions and horror stories. And like, I think a few people within a month came to me to fix stuff. And I think I was so mad in one of my YouTubes. I said someone had attached some Bobby Boss, which I don't like that company, extension. They did it it was just terrible. And like, people were just scrambling to find ways to do it. And then now people are trying to, they're putting stuff on whatever. So I was like, I spent a lot of time and a lot of investment. I don't know if I've shared this a lot in the beginning. So as I was doing the Microlocs and growing the Microlocs business, very soon after I was doing the extensions, because that came up, a lot of broken locks. Not trying to knock, but most people were sister locks at the time. Microlocs wasn't a thing until a few years ago. It was something I was saying, and nobody was like, you're the only one in Brooklyn on Google with Microlocs. So people were coming in with sister locks, broken, they wanted to learn how to attach it. And I made it my mission. It was just, I invested thousands of dollars to find people who did any type of lock extension at that time. And they were doing it on big locks. And I said, let me take different trainings and see what I can do. So I remember I was unemployed. I got an angel, like a little bit of help. My dad was like, here, invest in training, get your business going. I was like, thank you. And I took it and invested it in training. That technique for that time was okay. It was all right, but it needed more work because I started seeing what problems came out of it. And I said, there has to be different ways. And so I had all those years, I kept refining it, tuning it. I wanted it to look real. I didn't want it to slide. I didn't want to do I didn't want it to look like faux locks. I wanted it to be permanent, and I wanted it to be pliable and soft and move like your hair and curl like your hair. So I knew that there were people who had like broken locks or maybe like sections that were short and they wanted to add extensions and have it blend. And I didn't want it to look obvious. So all of that is done. All of this will be training people in having realistic, strong locks, lock extensions. So you can actually use this. It started out for me as a way to help people. It wasn't for vanity at first. It was for people who really, truly wanted these small locks. And they had hair loss, they had thinning, they had something going on. And I also did a unit for someone. Ooh, that was my first big job way back, like 2010. And she had 2 feet of hair and blonde mixed with black. And I did a unit. If you go back far enough, you'll see pictures on like my social media of her. She's bald, and then you see her with all these locks. Microloc extension weaving units. So I started as a rehab, as a social worker, wanting to help women who were crying, who had hair loss, so people all emotional. And I was like, I need to make sure these women have opportunities. And then a lot of people who didn't have issues started asking. And I used to say this in the consultations, that your hair gives the best results. Honestly, I'm going to be real. Extensions of, that's the fad. That's the thing people want now. But long term, the best thing is your own hair, because it just will be less problematic, especially if it's done well. It'll do everything you want it to do. Extensions there's possibilities that they could slip out, that they they don't, if they're not done seamlessly, you can tell a difference. It's all these different things and factors that come into play with extensions. So I told people, if you have the ability to grow your own hair on your own, then if you have a healthy head of hair, I always advise people to do that. And I had a lot of people say, thank you for explaining it that way. Because I was like, I'm not going to stay and try to grab your money. Like you don't need it. Your hair will grow. But I also, I wanted to just give people a professional opinion about it. And that's how I used to do it for years. And not everybody who has no problems, they just don't want to wait. So I still explain to them. And I will be training people that you really want to discern like the best candidates, because some people really, they might not be happy with the results of the extensions, to be honest. If they're only getting it because they don't want to wait. But if they're getting it for other reasons, then it might be the best option for them. But you want to figure out what's the best option too. So you can have them happy at the end of the day. Glad you joined us live too. Thanks. Oh, that is fine. Appreciate your honesty. I would love to learn a technique once you're ready. Oh, yeah, no problem. So it is now 8:01. And I know you guys say you don't see it. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, and I'm going to add the link to the Facebook group. I'm going to compose your email this is in the Facebook group. So I can just attach this link back to the group for those who missed it, or you want to see it from the beginning. You can catch that information to find out what's been added to the program if you missed that. Okay. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. And I'm excited, and I'm gonna sleep really good tonight because I spent so much time. I do a lot of recording on the new program. There's a lot of video and me, and just so I need to get some rest. Have a good night, everybody. All right, bye.